Hello and welcome once again, and possibly for the last time to this series anyway. I'm Steel Walrus, and you are awesome. And I thank you for joining me, if I haven't already said that. Anywho, we have just a little bit longer to go, and then we will have probably knocked the UK out of the war. Basically, we're just dealing with Indochina, and we're starting to prepare an invasion for Australia. Now, this is the last official episode of the series. However, if you guys want to watch me grind this out to the end, please comment below saying that you do, and saying what specifically you want to see happen. That way I'll have some extra goals. Because I've got a couple more projects I would like to focus on. And, I'm looking forward to getting started on them. However, I can't really do that while dealing with this. Anywho, some of this may look familiar from the last episode, probably. That is simply because I have, what's the word? Oh, irrevocably fucked up the recording for the original recording for this episode. So yeah. Anyhow, pardon the language. Also, but I was not happy. It's been about a week since that recording session because I just didn't want to screw with it anymore. But let's work on our research and then kinda figure out what's going on otherwise. Honestly, there's no point in working on some of this stuff, in my opinion. Thinking key point bombing, probably. We'll kill some time that way. We should have a nuke soon. Oh, let's see how Africa's going. Probably pretty well. I mean, we do have the option of just trying to push and kind of finish this off here, which, let's do that, actually. Why not, right? The party. Communist Party. I screwed that all kinds of up. Alrighty. And there we go. We'll just sort of push along. No real reason to throw air support that way. We've got plenty of resources, and I don't want to screw that up. But taking this, what is that? Not the Horn of Africa, is it? I can't remember, guys. That's just a random piece of geography I don't know. Which is pretty normal, I guess. Unless you live in Somalia, then you'd probably know what that's called. Or you just study a lot of African geography for, I don't know, research purposes. And that'll do that, and we almost have a nuke, so it's about time for a glorious shining light to appear over the city of Glasgow. It's time for Great Soviet Victory #1. Let's watch it. Boom. Aha! And with minimal extra loss of life, the UK has capitulated. Fantastic. So there's that. sort of an interesting choice of targets, but I'll take it. So I figure we'll knock Australia out, or at least come close to it, and we'll call it. Ah, excellent. We have made it to land here in northern Australia, which is very good. Makes me happy. Makes me feel like a real man. Wah wah wee wah. Very nice. And so we're getting closer. We've already built our first nuke, and now that the first one's out, it's just gonna be a just speed build. Be like, yeah, we have nukes, lots and lots of nukes. Woohoo. Huh. No, not front line. Offensive line. My Mitsake. See what I did there? I think it was awesome. Let's see. Oh, so I haven't really talked much about the new series, I don't think. What I was planning on doing, that's weird. Said that kind of weird, just very amused by that. Don't judge. Or do. I don't really care. As long as you hit that like button. That's a weird noise, man. If you hit the like button, I'll stop making weird noises. Or keep making weird noises. Probably ought to comment to clarify which one you'd prefer. And, yeah, that's it. Oh, right. So, the actual series. Like a multiplayer series, probably gonna do Fascist USA. Of course, if you would rather see that as its own separate solo Let's Play, that would be awesome too. I think I am going to keep Hearts of Iron as sort of a semi-staple of the channel, but not like, you know, 100% of the time this is all we're doing. Because that would get very old for me. What was I gonna say? But I've got a couple of buddies I've played with on various games for a while that I'll be playing with, and I think you'll enjoy getting to meet them and know them as we progress through the series. And it's definitely, or at least most likely, going to be a fascist Let's Play, if not some sort of weird, convoluted thing. We'll see. And maybe down the line, if it's fairly successful, we'll do a versus Let's Play, kinda. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm feeling pretty optimistic though, because they know a little bit more than I do about the game, so they can help me out, and I have a YouTube channel, so they'll get to be on YouTube, so it's kind of a, you know, win-win. Anywho, so if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so to ensure that you get to enjoy that to its fullest. And of course, this is going to be in a playlist, so if you are not watching this from said playlist, also go ahead and do that, because you'll be able to sort of see where things are coming from. And I feel like I've actually developed quite a bit as a YouTuber just doing this. I have upgraded my equipment in the process, which is wonderful, because I actually listened to the potato mic the other night, and first off, I don't like the sound of my own voice. But, sort of on top of that, it really sounded pretty awful on it, because it's very mediocre mic, you know? Anywho, so that's that. Ireland's awesome. Having said that, it would be nice to have another nuke in this episode. Just make it a super explosive episode. And everybody likes explosive episodes. So, Dublin, I'm sorry. Your long and storied history is great and all. But, for the sake of entertainment, boom. Because, let's face it, if there's not a boom today, there'll be a boom tomorrow. Because there's always a boom tomorrow. I actually think that's a Babylon 5 quote. Well, it's a paraphrasing of a Babylon 5 quote, which, if I haven't mentioned this, which I definitely have mentioned this, but I'm going to again, I love that show so much. That's Babylon, like the ancient city, 5, the number. And it's so good. If you like science fiction, you'll really like this. It's pretty OG. As far as modern sci-fi shows are considered, it's good stuff. The best stuff. The only stuff better I would say would probably be like oh, I don't know, nothing. I don't know, Star Wars is pretty good. I do like it. China has joined the Allies. Oh boy. Guess somebody wanted to get rammed. Well, can't beat them. Fly over them with highly explosive weapons. So, soon, very soon, we will destroy them. And it will be glorious. Because you know I love me some nukes. Nukes are the best. Shady moral implications aside, of course. Let's see here. How are we doing in Australia? Pretty well. Pretty well indeed. Apparently they have brought their entire air force to bear in eastern China because they know what we want. And that is them. Exploded. And here we go. Doing more of this. See, sure, we only have a little bit of air superiority in the area, but we're probably still going to win the air war because our fighters are almost certainly better. These haven't deployed from reserves yet, not completely. We almost have a nuke ready, but again, we need that air superiority. There it is. Here it is. Once again, gonna nuke Nanjing. I just like nuking things, guys. Ah! We missed it. Sort of. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. That happens quite often, unfortunately. Let's see how the conquest of Australia has gone so far. Pretty darn well. Let's actually talk to this guy for a second. Say, hey man, got some things I need done and stuff. And tell him to do it. Assign all of his stuff to this. Alrighty. So we'll probably have Australia knocked out soon. Okay, we have picked our place. Going to try and just invade Rio de Janeiro. If that fails, well, oh well. We'll just nuke our way across Brazil and that'll be the end of that. Can we nuke Narvik? Yes, we can. Here it goes. Boom. Nuke-tacular. How close are you to surrendering? Because surely it's within... Okay. I don't know why Norway has not surrendered. They're like right on it. But we don't have another nuke to hit them with. Of course, it starts to lose its sting after a minute. I don't think Narvik even counts anymore. Like, barely. Ah, Norway has capitulated. Excellent. We're just gonna push for Sydney with some of these guys. Push for, what is that, Melbourne? Canberra, okay. Melbourne's further up north, isn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Not from Australia, so it doesn't really matter. We are going to nuke the Chinese, though, again. We already did that once, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay. So this is basically ground down to me chasing down divisions and making awful jokes. This is wonderful. This is the way I want my life to be. So, anyhow, I thank you sticking it out with me. Thank you sticking me out. I thank you for sticking it out with me. That's what I meant to say. I'm very tired. Had a long couple of days. But that's okay. There's Melbourne. We found Melbourne, and that makes everything alright. I think. Oh, boy. What? No. Okay, so let's play good old Operation Nuke the Crap out of China. And just nuke Chengdu. So China, China, China. Okay. They're still a little ways away from surrender. That's okay. We'll deal with that. All in due time. So they're actually starting to get kind of beat up. Something with which I am totally at peace. And let's see. Melbourne. Melbourne is the last thing we've got to deal with. So I may do this actually as a two-parter and just sort of cut it somewhere in the middle where it feels right. But I'm not sure. I guess we shall see, shan't we? Shan't we? I mean, maybe, does that work? Tell me in the comments below whether or not that works, because I honestly don't know. I don't think it does. Australia has capitulated. Huzzah! They have felt the glory of the revolution. Their workers shall rejoice in the street. Cool, so, most ambitious invasion ever. But perhaps we can end this war by Christmas. Yeah. Because that always works out the way they say it. There's a couple of places down here, or up here rather, to look for, but Rio and Sao Paulo are the big ones. And then after that, we probably just don't have a whole lot to worry about. Oh, and there's another one up there, but we can literally just run our divisions up the coast. Should it come down to it. How is that invasion going? Ah! Amazingly well, I think is the word we're looking for here. We're getting closer. Wow, this is just sort of staying. Because this is the last real holdout. I mean, China, too, but I want to kind of ensure that this invasion gets done. But let's check China. A lot of ch sounds in one sentence. Kind of difficult sometimes. When you are me. Changsha. Chang no. I don't know how that even works, but it does. Deal with it. Puts on sunglasses. Let's see. So, General Chukov, you have lost a lot of your troops. This is not good. Oh, and they're all destroyers. Freaking awesome. But we'll probably be okay. Let's put that armor back over here. Now let's see how this is going with Brazil. They're doing okay. Still gotta knock out the Chinese, however. Which is most unfortunate. If we build a nice big pocket around Rio, we'll be okay. And if we grab this airport, that'll help out as well, because then we can deploy aircraft. Yay! Though I suppose I could make one of my own. Apparently it has one already. Huh. China has capitulated. Fantastic. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so we need plenty of fighters. Actually want to deploy about 1,000 of them. So one more go should do. And a couple of jet fighters just to get some use out of them. Strategic bombers will do 1,400. So close air support is pretty much all that's left. And that'll do. So I just want to see how much I can do to really mess with these guys. Let's create an even larger pocket. And nuke Reclif, or Recif, whatever it's called. And we almost have another nuke, that you know we're going to use. I mean, that's just sort of become an accepted thing in this campaign, I think. Or at least on this episode. So I want to make this finale as explosive as possible. Because we're, you know, primetime television up in here. So it's got to be explosive and dramatic and full of sex and violence. But mostly violence, because let's face it, we're gamers. Sex is not a thing that happens around us. Well, you guys anyway. I have so much. I'm kidding. Of course. I mean, this is what I do. This is my life. My entire existence revolves around this. And I'm happy with that. Totally happy. Ah, yet another nuke. I mean, this is the last thing we got to worry with. Second Brazilian Republic is beginning to buckle, which is excellent. Makes me very happy inside. And there we go. Just basically nuking everything as we come to it. Like, oh, there's going to be troops there. Might as well nuke it. Why not, right? Hey, another airport. Or airfield. Whatever you want to call it. Calling it airport today. Probably call it something else next time. Who knows? Guess you'll just have to stay tuned and subscribe to find out. Selfless shameless self-promotion. And we don't have air superiority here, do we? No, we do, but we don't have bombers nearby. Allow me to correct this grievous error. There. Done. Alright, so if you're watching this, I had a bit of a rude interruption. But we're basically grinding out to the peace conference now, which should not be long. Basically, at this point, if you were watching this, this may well have been cut up and sort of edited. So we'll see how it turns out, because it's already like an hour-long episode, and I don't like to do hour-long episodes. We're going to leave Canada for the US to take. We are, however, going to do that. Going to be move number 1. Well, actually, can we undo that? Here's what I want to do. And I can just... I keep forgetting I can do this. It's a little bit more involved, but it makes sure that I get essentially what I want. Which is all of this. Europe should just be Russian, and, you know, that's that. I will probably leave a little bit of land for Italy to take. Probably. Well, probably. I do want to, however, control Greece. We're still doing okay. This should be mine. Let's see, Borneo. Definitely holding on to Borneo. Definitely going to hold on to Indochina. And let's see here. Australia's probably going to get puppeted. Really, Liberia. What is Liberia? Yeah, we'll puppet Liberia. Luxembourg? Really? Oh, no, I already took their land. We're going to leave the Second Brazilian Republic with a couple of exceptions, because we need to guarantee, just sort of from a roleplay standpoint, that we have plenty of bases and such. We're basically going to take this coast. Sort of the northern part of Brazil and these colonies here. Let's see, what else? Madagascar belongs to me now. That's a thing. I don't care about those islands. Already taken all of the German Republic states, haven't I? Well, I have now. I want to take this as well. We're going to puppet Norway. So, puppet. We're going to puppet... We'll actually liberate Serbia, I think. And Switzerland belongs to us. We're going to puppet Albania. Never mind the dogs. Netherlands has been completely absorbed. The British Raj is going to be puppeted. Canada, we're going to leave that. Irish People's Union, we are going to absorb. The United Kingdom, we're going to take all states. Take that as well. Why not? And I think that's it. Okay, hold on, guys. This could be a bumpy ride. I guess I could cut away at this point and cut back after the calculations are finished, and I believe that is what I will do. So I'll see you in a second. Or not. That took surprisingly little time. So, let's have a look, shall we? So the Soviet Union expands from here to here, then down here, and down here, and of course we also took India and all this, but that's from an earlier situation. Apparently, we missed one place. Oh well. Kind of funny. Portugal took... Oh wait, no, they've always had that, I think. Republican Spain took a crap ton of Africa and got some of their old colony returned to them. Of course, nobody wanted this stuff here in the middle. Basically, all we've got left going on is the Mexican Civil War. The U.S. has taken the worthless parts of Canada. We have that over here. We have Indochina, Indonesia, all points in between, and a bunch of Australian stuff. And, New Zealand is still part of the Allies with South Africa. Awesome. That is excellent. So anywho, this is pretty much it, guys. I can't thank you enough to those of you who have watched this series and given me likes and feedback and subscriptions. And I really look forward to entertaining you further and interacting with you even more in the coming series. And whatever plural of series is. Also, be sure to check out some of the other stuff on my channel if you have not done so already. I've got a pretty good variety going on, and still more to come, of course. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I really don't, because you haven't told me. You should tell me what you're doing with your life, and then subscribe, because at least there'll be that going for you. Anywho, looks like the U.S. took a little slice of China. That's good. Anywho, well, this is it. I feel strange and different and wonderful, all tingly deep down inside. So I guess I'll see you next time when we make America great again. With our Let's Play doing that. Anywho, I've been Steel Walrus. You've been awesome. Peace out.